Yes, please, can you just give insights about the business? I did see a note in the meeting request, however, did not have any details to reference. So if you could please just give context, the business name, what you do exactly, who you serve, and where the business is based, just everything, as well as just an intro, um, just to know what each team member does, the role in the company. Welcome, Sakai. So thank you. Nicholas, are you the one that will give us context, or yeah?
Okay, oh, I can do that. So my name is Nicholas, and I am the social media manager at TNYou Fitness. So TNYou Fitness is Ghanaian owned. It's headquartered in Ghana, but then our services are run virtually. So we have people from all over the world joining. So it's mainly a life lifestyle and fitness change company. What we do is to get ladies, our target market is ladies, to change their lifestyle and adopt healthy eating habits, and then workout habits. So that's the main target, women from all over the world joining. And then the main aim is to get them to change their lifestyle. Of course, at the end of it, weight loss is something that will happen when the lifestyle is changed. Yes, but then the main aim is for the lifestyle to change. So then this is a brief of TNU Fitness. Yeah, if there's any more that you need to know, you can ask, and then I'll.
Thank you. All right, this is quite interesting because you provide the services virtually. So anyone across will join. So can you please describe the community? Would it where does the community gather? Is it on site, like on the website? Do you have that community forum there, or WhatsApp? How do you keep engaged with the ladies?
Okay, so that is done on WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp groups. The ladies are grouped into various. We have different families. We call them families for better um management, and then for them to get to know each other well. So we use WhatsApp mainly. So the websites and the other media channels are not used for that. It's WhatsApp that we use to engage them.
Ah, okay. All right. So, can you just so you're the social media manager, yeah, is in terms of the roles. Yeah, are you able to talk now?
Yes, please. Yes, please. The
Uh,
network is really interrupted, but it's fine now.
so we just a short intro, about you and the role you play in the team.
Oh, okay, so I'm the marketing administrator.
So, what would your day to day look like?
Okay, so I make sure everything is fine with the marketing team. I coordinate with all the teams too. I mean, for things to be done. So the daily running of the administration, everything about administration, sales and all that I partake in, and the social media too.
Okay, all right. And then Sakai, please do correct me on the names.
Hi, hi. First of all, can I also get your name? I didn't join on time. I was having issues with my network. So can you also help me with your name?
Oh, yes, definitely. My name is Tato. I'm actually going to type it in the chat so you can see how to spell it.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
yes,
okay. All right. Thank you.
thanks for
My
asking.
name is my name is Josephine Erama Sechi. So it's not Sakai, it's Sechi. I usually
Oh,
use the Erama.
Ayora, Irma.
Yeah,
Am I
Erama,
saying it?
Erama. Irama is a local name in Ghana. It means that I was born on Saturday. So Iram means lady and Ama means I was born on Saturday. So
Oh
Ira
wow.
yeah.
Okay, all right. It's funny because I saw a lady's name saying Sunday, and I found that quite interesting. So now I know um that it's quite common.
All right. I'm the marketing manager for TNYou Fitness, and my role is I usually help with bringing up strategies that will help us when it comes to getting signups, retaining our coins, bringing up um, activities that will keep this client on our program engaged on the program and all that. So when it comes to overseeing the implementations, achieving goals and everything, I am part of the team that does that.
Oh, okay. So you drive the overall strategy.
Yes, please. Yes, we
Okay.
do that as team. We do that together as team, but I have to ensure that it is implemented and then goes designed are achieved. That's what I mostly do.
Okay. So may I please just understand the journey, right? The ladies take. So, where do they find you? Is it on Instagram? How do they come across you? Because everything is virtual.
Yeah, everything is virtual. Now the world is a global world now.
Mm,
There are a lot of companies in existence that you've not people have not met them, they're like them physically, but then again they're able to operate well when it comes to um getting clients and also maintaining clients as well. So this is what we do. We have various platforms in which we get our customers. One is social media. So we are on IG, we are on LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. You can find us. Then also referrals. Once some people come on board, they see the result, they are loving what we are offering them. They refer us to their friends, to their loved ones, and all that to sign on to the program. Another means is we usually go for events. We make sure that events that is going on, that is in line with what we do, especially if the event gets a lot of women attending. We make sure that we partake in that event either by sponsoring or
mm,
by attending the programs to share flyers to get contact of prospective that will be attending the program. And another means is also by our website. People do check us up on our website. They hear of us, TNU Fitness. So they search fitness companies in Ghana and then TNU pops up. Uh-huh.
wow.
There are so many.
Oh
Please go
yes.
ahead.
So would most of the clientele be based in Ghana?
No, we have our diaspora family. So currently we have about 12 families, and out of the 12 families, we have a family for the diaspora. That is
Mm,
those that are not with us here in Ghana. So no, they are not only limited to Ghana. We have clients all over the world.
wow. All right. So it means that as they join, so just to understand how the services work, and Nicholas, may you please just drop all the handles or all the links, or maybe just the site because the site should have all the social links, and then we'll navigate from there. If you could just please drop in the chat in the meantime. So the 12 families are the 12 WhatsApp groups, right?
Yeah, 12 WhatsApp group.
Okay, and then that includes the diaspora family. Um,
Yeah, so
mhm,
we have so TNU family is made up of the full body family. We have about five full body family. Then we have the flat tummy family. We have one. Then we have the maintenance family. We have one. Then we have the nursing mom family, then the expectant mom family, then we have for the platinum package, then we have for the diaspora family, and
mhm.
last one we have for yeah, can you help me with the families? I hope I've mentioned all the families.
Well, this is amazing how you've categorized them.
Yes, yes.
Healthy living. I think might have some network challenge there. I think so. All of this should be on the site in terms of which family one can join, right?
Um, so our site currently has an issue is getting fixed, so you won't find this information there now.
Okay. May you please drop the IG, all the handles.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not
I'm getting that right now.
okay. I mean the links. Actually, just so it's quick to navigate to the different pages. All right. So now, finding you majority find you on IG. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. So in other words, just to understand where I know you spoke about storytelling, right? So before we get into that aspect, what would the main challenge be? Can I get a short way of calling your name? Ira Irama.
You can call me Josephine. Josephine is okay. You can call me
Oh,
Josephine.
Josephine.
Josephine. Yeah.
Josephine. Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to know what the greatest challenge is with the marketing.
Our greatest challenge, it is every company's dream, to grow, to expand in
Mhm.
terms of, if you have a certain number of clients on, you expect the client to, the number of clients on the program to increase, and also to retain them as well. So I'll say that getting constant sign-ups or achieving targets for the month every time, and then retaining our coins is a bit of challenge, because we get the coins and about 50% go off the program. Nevertheless, when they go off, they come back. It's a subscription package that we offer.
Okay, that's
So that's the,
monthly subscription.
yes, yes.
Okay. So do you get to survey the ladies just to understand throughout the journey the level of satisfaction, or those that drop off, do we get to engage with them and just to understand why, as in pick up the phone or schedule a meeting, a session with the ladies?
Yeah, we do. So we have existing exit forms. At the end of the day, we do love to get feedbacks from these queens or these ladies why they are going off. They provide us with the reason, and we follow up on that. The majority of them go off because some cannot afford it,
Mhm,
some are
sure.
not satisfied, some would want to make it anonymous, like they will not give the reason.
Okay.
They'll say that they'll be back once they are ready. But so we get these kinds of comments. Either they are not satisfied, or currently they cannot afford, or they will want to keep that comment to themselves.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, right, Jasmine, is that attracting the ladies is more of the easy part. It's the retention, and then um reaching more. So essentially, when they come across your page, they like and they want to be part of the community. And then
Mhm,
it's more of a financial reason to sustain the membership, right?
mhm.
Um,
Yes.
okay, so are there different payment options, like, because part of marketing is also for us to look at the price, right? The pricing point. So do they have options like a yearly subscription, a quarterly, um and then maybe grace periods, like if you skip to a payment, you can catch up, or are there strategies around pricing to give
Yes.
them the ladies options, those that do want to stay?
Yeah, they are. We have about two strategies when it comes to the price, and that is for queens in the family or those who wants to join the family. So when it comes to the pricing for those our existing clients, this is how we do it. If you are resubscribing, we give them discount. We give them discount, a
Mm.
very flexible discount based on the month subscription you are opting for. Then, if you also want a flexible payment plan, we provide that. You just have to fill the agreement forms to confirm them, and then we give them the payment plan.
Oh, okay. All right. So it almost feels more tailored.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Is there any advertising budget towards let's say Meta platforms?
Nick, can you come into that? Can you answer that?
Please come again.
Um, do you advertise on IG, Facebook?
Yes, we advertise on Facebook ads. That's if you're not running an organic promo. If you're not running an organic promotion, we are doing it on Facebook ads. So we usually place them on Instagram and not on Facebook because of the kind of leads that come through when we do that. So
Yes,
yes, we run ads on Instagram.
on Instagram. So it's on Insta directly.
No, I run it through Facebook ads, the ad manager, but then I
Oh,
place
okay.
it on Instagram.
Okay, and then how is that going? What the leads that you get, are they do you find that they're qualified leads that you're able to convert?
So the leads that we've been getting for some time now come with they are interested, but then financial issues.
Okay, so it comes back to the pricing, but just to go on to how we advertise, right? I would suggest, Nicholas, when advertising on IG, to rather use IG specifically, because um it's funny because there's a difference between going through the Meta Ads Manager and the results you would get when you are advertising directly on IG, right? So, because already you focused on IG, then you might as well go through the IG account to run the ads, because those results, just to know, is it more of the lead campaigns or the profile visits, followers? What type of campaigns are you running?
We run lead campaigns, so
Okay.
they either we are capturing their information at the end of it, or we are leading them to the WhatsApp page that they can contact the salesperson directly.
Okay. And the salesperson they are in contact with would be, yeah.
No, Irama.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then just to understand, Josephine, from your side, when you receive the leads, the experience that you have with them.
I usually use a form, so I don't have
Uh,
an encounter with them. I used to bring it into the Instagram DMs, and when I used to do that, I mean, you get positive responses. They come in, want to know more about what you do, how to join the community, and
yes.
then I get their details from there, and then forward them to the sales team. But then that was becoming very tedious. So then I just used either the form or they go directly to the WhatsApp page.
Okay. Was there a difference in the volumes of inquiries based on the messages that you're receiving on IG, the DMs?
You mean with the DMs and then the leads
The
now?
form. Yeah, because usually it's easier for someone to send a message than to fill in all their details to send through. So, was there a significant difference between the number of leads? Let's say, was it just the percentage difference, right, between having to get them messaging like with the same amount, same type of campaign,
Oh,
versus them actually filling in the form? Or did you find them okay to fill in the form where you're getting the same amount or similar number of leads
yeah,
or
we were
inquiries?
getting similar number of leads. So one thing with the Instagram DMs too was the initial message comes through,
Mm-hmm.
and when I ask for a contact, a percentage drop off.
Oh,
But
I
then
see.
with the forms, is asking for just three things: your name, your number, and your email.
Ah, okay. All right. And then so that method has been effective, and then that's how the ladies get to join.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a reason why the pricing is at a point where a lot of ladies can't sustain it? Have we okay, basically just to understand, like, you know, when we do responsive marketing, right? We find out what price people are willing to pay, right? Do they want the service? And if it's a yes, what price they're willing to pay? Was there some form of research behind how the price point has been pinned down, or is it because of the cost of running everything? Josephine?
Okay, so when it comes to the pricing,
Mhm.
as a marketing manager, I don't have much
Mm,
um,
okay.
idea of it. You know, this is done by um, the financial team, the finance team.
Mm.
Uh-huh. So we they bring out the pricing, and then we come with strategies that can help get everyone to participate or join the community.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, we've increased our price for this year because for the past 3 years we didn't increase our price because of certain factors from the economy from the country. So we had to stabilize our price for 3 years, and we noticed that we need to increase the price.
Mm.
But this is what we've come up with. We increase the price, and if you're able to sign up within the first time, getting in touch with us, we give you 50% off that very moment,
For the
which is
first
which is
month, right?
which is way cheaper than our previous prices, because we noticed that our previous price was affecting the running of our company, in terms of salaries, in terms of um paying some services and all that. So how do we increase it? How do we go about it? Increasing it, and then how do we also get people signing up by being flexible with what price we've come up with? Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, might just point out that, when if the price has to be at that point, then the market approach would have to be, it would have to be different, because we know that there are ladies that are able to pay for that, and there are ladies that um it's great after a bonus to say I can do it, right? And then once they have to start thinking about school fees and all of that, then it's it's not easy for them to put themselves first, right? The ladies. So if we have to keep the price the way it is, then have you perhaps looked at the corporate route, instead of having the ladies come? I mean, obviously those that are at a certain caliber can still come directly, right? But have you considered a corporate approach? So as in, for example, maybe you know that uh the the companies that are in the breast feeding um sort of category, right? Whether it's just that we've got different brands, right? So let's say your Nestle's or your Tom's, so you know that okay, all these companies, or first for women in our case. So you know that okay, these companies are they're all for the same market, right? Perhaps we can go through with to them, right, and approach them, whether it's through partnership or they have ladies that work for them, and you we direct the service to them, and now you're building, now you're getting ladies in bulk, right? Because every business now is very much aware about wellness, right? Employee wellness is an important factor. So they would have a budget towards, or not, maybe not necessarily a specific budget, but they do. The HR department always has it's always, they're always thinking about the employees, right, and how to better their experience. So when someone is going on maternity leave, or whether someone is coming back from that, or they've got a lot of females in the organizations, and that could be the avenue where the ladies are not necessarily the ones that are taking out the funds, but it's actually paid for by the companies, and it's almost nothing for the companies to pay for that because of the price point for them, right? So is it something that you've perhaps looked into on the corporate side?
Hi, hi. Yes, we do a lot of corporate
Okay.
services. We provide that as well. And what you suggested, we are doing that, but we're not fully focusing on it. Yesterday we had a um, meeting. Our department had a meeting, and I brought this suggestion up
Mm,
because we noticed that once a lot of women wants to do this, and now we don't want to be focusing on just females. We want, when it comes to corporates, we do both genders, so we do for everyone in the company. And now we've opened our service in a way that if the company wants to sign up employees of their companies on our weight loss program, we give room to that too. Yeah, we give room to that. So now we are not just limiting ourselves to just one gender, it is open up. But when it comes to the community, the WhatsApp family, that is where the restriction comes. We focus on just the women. So now let me come to your suggestion. Yes, we do that. For example, we have a corporate session coming up with one company in Ghana, and they are paying for about 20 of their staffs.
mhm,
Last year we had a program for a company, and they paid for about 600 and something of their staffs on our weight loss program. So yes, now we are doing that. Now the problem is, how do we go about this? How do we get these companies,
mm,
sign on to every month, every month, every
yes,
month, every month?
yes.
So now that is where the challenge is now. How do we get, different kinds of companies giving us the employees on our weight loss program every month?
So with companies, because they not necessarily transacting, let's say, via credit card, or they, because they're not going through it in that way, and they usually plan ahead with their budgets, then it would be at an annual price point, right? So that they pay for the full year. So that already you know that okay, the business is covered for the full year for these ladies, and I mean it's about retention as well for them. So they are willing to invest for the full year when it comes to the ladies, because obviously the employees are permanent, or they are on some form of long-term contract. So anyone that they really put through is on a long-term basis. So for them, I would suggest just to go in with an annual rate, to say, we support the ladies for the year, and then, describe how the program looks like for the year. But I'm now looking at the LinkedIn account, right? Because what I'm seeing, right, is that some of the content that's on IG is also sitting on um, LinkedIn. So I would suggest that LinkedIn, because that's where the corporate is sitting, we have a specific strategy on LinkedIn, because now we're not talking to the ladies directly. We're actually talking to um specific department, right? So in terms of the current corporates that you go for, is it the HR department that you speak to?
Yes, we engage. So usually we use this set of people, either
Mhm.
managers or managers. It depends on their roles. We are not restricted to just HRs. We use CEOs, managers, HRs.
Okay, okay. Um, because the content, right, that's sitting on LinkedIn, it's almost speaking to the lady directly, right?
Could you come again, please? You said when it comes to LinkedIn, I didn't get that part.
Okay, sure. So when it comes to LinkedIn, right, for example, who, okay, are you wondering if TNU Fitness is the right fit for you, right? So this is communicating to the lady directly. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whereas, yeah, if we obviously we know we're talking to corporate, so we have to change our language when it comes to how we
Nicholas, please take,
communicate.
take note on that. Nick, please take
Yeah.
note on that. Yeah,
Mm.
that is
So,
very. LinkedIn
mm,
is more like a corporate app, so please take note on
yes.
that.
So when we communicate here, we have to speak like from one business to the other, take care, or like just the messaging that is created around that would be around your employee wellness. So that has to come up though, because you already have wellness mastery as a hashtag. So we're almost there. It's just that these posts are still speaking to the lady to subscribe as an individual. We now, all we have to do is know that we are now we targeting so that a group of ladies can be procured. And that manager, when she sees this, she's thinking about the ladies, right? Or not even the ladies, because when it comes to corporate, it's everywhere. So she's now thinking, okay, how do we form this, and as part of our transformation journey, because transformation is quite big in corporates at the moment in Africa. So the strategy that so the language completely has to change when it comes to how we post here. So I really love the fact that you've got a theme, which is it automatically helps to identify that this is TNU, you know. So in terms of the look of how you've captured the post, it's just now to complement that with the wording for LinkedIn, right? And then just to advise Nicholas, I know, are you the one that would then come up with the captions?
But of man, it's one of the plan I have no.
Remember, your mic is on. Yes, I'm the one who comes up with the captions.
Okay, all right. Just to note that just let me share the screen, right? So it's easier to see. Um, okay, just please ignore all the other. I'm just looking at, okay, I'm going to share everything here. I just want to close. Okay. So I'm just looking at the captions, right? Just to note here. Can you see the
Your,
screen?
okay, your screen is not showing.
Okay. So here, when it comes to this, like it, because ChatGPT has a certain way of um sort of taking out content or like writing. You just have to edit slightly so that it's not quite apparent, right? So some of what one would see, if it's not emojis, would be like this dash. We don't usually have this dash on our keyboards, whereas ChatGPT would take this out. So just to mind and keep it like like this, right, with the spacing. But I just wanted to point that out because that's how one gets to see that this was used by ChatGPT, like it's coming from ChatGPT.
Yes.
Not everyone notices that, but just because you're the content creator, just a heads up on that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so this is what I was talking about here to say ready to, so this is perfect when we're on IG, right? In terms of the caption. It's just that when we're now talking to the managers, and that's who we want to obviously attract, the managers, the directors, the supervisors, because they have to take care of employees. We're all about employee wellness. Have and also because right now everything here, right, is it's almost like we are talking about ourselves, you know, um, whereas we need to bring out the value, right? So yes, it's designed for these ladies, but now let's zoom into what this person is going through. What is a busy professional who is balancing work and wellness going through? So this alone can be a piece of content that we expand on, right? So even using chat, we go in and this is also more of what I think maybe on the product development side, if they could give a lot of content from that side to feed and then put it together with the chat. But just to expand on that, so I'll make an example with a working mom, right? When you go on my profile, I'm a mompreneur. That's how I've put myself out there, see mompreneur. So I know if I had to see this as a okay, busy professional, yes, but now you you zoom into okay, busy professional, that can also expand, right? So it can expand to the moms specifically, like going on maternity leave. So now we start creating stories around who we're talking to. So this is where now the storytelling comes in, Josephine, to say that, okay, now what is the journey that they're going through, right? Because everything that you you are saying, like the sensing, right? You're not even putting it in words, but I can sense like how you assist ladies, and how important just having a community um, could be just to an individual, right? So now, if you know that you're supported throughout the journey, throughout the year, with your motherhood, like, or maybe your pregnancy, just expecting period, or not even being a mom, just or being a young professional, for example, and navigating the corporate space, or so now it's all about that story, and then that's what we tell. So the post is not about us, where this is what we do and this is who we talk to. It becomes um how how we've actually transformed the ladies' journeys without having to specifically talk about a s- a certain lady. So it can come from the stories that have been experienced, right? Without having to really put them out there specifically. So I'm just saying in terms of drawing the inspiration, right? Drawing the content, because you've got, for example, what women have gone through in the group, right? And we tell the supporting journey, how we support women, how we support you. So all of the how the service is actually done should be what's communicated. And then at the end, they can you can drop a link for them to find out more, right? And then as they find out more, obviously it's a warm lead by that time. So now you can give the specifics of, okay, it's a membership. You join, subscription rates is this, and these are basically the ways in which we assist. So you can go into those type of what we do to help you, details there. And here it's all about the story, the journey, like what what this lady is going through, what this professional is going through, um, and tell that story, right? And then we know that some of the posts will be about, the managers having to be aware of the packages, right? So, um, the rule of thumb is just to always balance out what we selling. But maybe let me rather say that was then. Now it's all about value. It's all about, like, this. When I read this post, it must actually make me feel like I've either learned something, I have sort of gained a new awareness. um so if it's not entertaining, it should be informative, right? So we can sell, but we should sell like at a ratio of minimum 9 to 1, if you get what I'm saying. I think, just to engage more on that, Josephine or Nicholas, can we engage more on the journey, how the ladies have benefited? What's the type of story that we can draw out from that? Are there any examples, just to make sure that, oh, I think she's got network as well, challenges. Nicholas, are there any stories that we can draw out from that, with the experiences?
We usually focus on the success stories. We call them story time, and
Mhm.
it's about them talking about how the program has helped them. We record a video. They talk about their lifestyle before and then their lifestyle after, or after they met TNU. Most talk about their weight, their habits that have changed, medical conditions that have changed.
Mm,
Yes, and but then the issue with that is it's all together in one video. We are now trying to work
mm.
out how to, get them under different topics so that we can have diverse content from there. But at the moment, that's how we get that story.
Okay, so so right now, is it published somewhere
Yes, it's mainly on the Instagram page and then on the TikTok.
on the TikTok? Um, okay, I'll refresh.
Okay, you want an example?
Um, okay, I see there's a lady here, who's
Yeah.
talking about
So
how she used to be a weight, like her waist, and
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, all right. And then, so in other words, would you take maybe 30 seconds of those bits and put them up on status?
Come again.
So in terms of breaking down the content, right? Um, we take the, let's say, 30 seconds clips from the same video to put on status.
Yeah, that would be the best case scenario. But then, how I had some challenges with that. Trying
Mm,
to get 30 seconds out of the whole thing is a challenge because, like, I don't know how to put it. The way they talk about it, you won't get context in 30
mm,
seconds. You see, you have to
mm.
listen for a period. So that's why I say we are trying to change the way we record them. So we make it as brief as possible without losing the message so that we can get those short ones too.
I see. Okay. And then, are you getting the clips from the ladies?
Yes, we're getting it from them as at now, but we are yes, they shoot it themselves, but we are planning how to meet up with them and then shoot it ourselves.
Okay. Um, may I suggest, if have you considered a webinar? Do you
Webinar or
do you host webinars?
currently we don't.
I think that would be the best way to gather to attract other women. This is now going direct, right? Meaning we're now talking about women to women coming on, not the corporates. I think the corporates, we fine on that, right? You've sort of elaborated. Please let me know, Josephine, if all of that, in terms of that approach, if it's clear, in terms of the content, right, that we put out, the type of content to attract. Now with the ladies going directly, and even to attract them on LinkedIn, which is a very great platform to host webinars. Um, that's really when you can show the public and the world what is happening in the families through the webinar, because everyone gets to experience you once they've paid, right? They get to experience, currently they only get to experience the value once they've paid. um so what we want to do is show the value so that they can join, right? So now with that webinar, it will allow for the other ladies to share their stories live, right? For and even as a recording that can be watched later. Is there a YouTube channel currently?
Yes, there's
Hello?
a YouTube channel.
Oh, there's a YouTube channel. Okay. So it can live there when it's done. Okay.
So we have something like that, but then it was not open to the public.
Hmm.
We call it induction. So
Oh,
at the induction, it was okay. Induction is for when new queens are coming on board, and then the existing ones will.
No, no. Election is open to the public. Oh, when we do that, we open it to the public. It is pink room that is not open to the public.
oh, so okay. So the induction so the induction is it more like an introduction to if for everyone to understand, like an almost like an open day, how that would be structured, or is an induction uh
Okay.
anyone can join without
So
pay? Mm-hmm.
induction is kind of like a bigger orientation we do for our new queens, those who signed up that month. We usually have it once in a month, and we do that for new queens who join the community, as well as using that platform to also sell TNU, to let the public know what TNU does or TNU entails, by bringing on board a queen who has experienced TNU and has transformed.
Okay, because it sounds like the people that are attending are those that already have already joined, like, because usually an induction is, now we're starting, it's like an orientation, this is what we do, this is how everything is. So in other words, by the time they have it, they know about the induction, it's essentially because they've engaged and they're interested and they've signed up.
Okay,
Is that
so
correct?
yeah, so we have the mini induction, that is orientation, and then the bigger one. So the mini one,
Mm.
once you sign on to the program, your coach, the your coach as assigned coach to you or rent you. Then the induction that we do, the TNU induction, is kind of like the bigger one that we do it for everyone, including those in the program and those outside the program.
Okay. Okay, so perhaps it's in the naming of it. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Maybe perhaps it's in the naming of it, because induction is usually once you've joined, right? So, and also being deliberate about inviting the public to,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
right.
So do you suggest we change the name? We change the induction name. Do you suggest we change
Yeah.
it?
I, I would suggest you own a like, even if it's, let's say, a quarterly wellness day, like it should feel like there's something happening here. There's an event online that I must attend because it's for me, um, without them even knowing, TNU Fitness, because it's all about wellness. So that's in that way, then they get to learn about you, but their interest is what they want. So in our communication, it has to be about the point at which they they would be interested to solve how they're feeling. And because TNU Fitness is a community based, it's very community based, like, type of offering. You want to give them that sense that you belong. This is where, this is home. um and when you join us, so that people don't even think about price. By the time they join, they don't even think about the price, because they see so much value. Everyone, especially online, the reason why we go on social media and we post, there's a sense of attention, and oh, a, the ability to sort of belong somewhere or have a community. So this is that. It's just that it's very private, and no one really um can experience, can know what they're going to experience before they essentially commit. So we want to give that opportunity, perhaps every 3 months, have a wellness day where the ladies get to share. And then now imagine all those stories. You're like, oh my gosh, it helped this person, help me. I want to be part of that. And by the end of that session, you've got so many leads, because all those ladies now want to join the community because they've heard all the successes, right? I do still think that, I mean, having a video montage of the ladies and their testimonies um, is brilliant. In terms of putting it in bite-sized pieces, Nicholas, I think, as you've said, capturing the story in 30 seconds, especially if they've already sent it in maybe 3 minutes, is a challenge. So keeping it as reels at the moment, and TikTok videos, that's perfect. Then it's just a matter of the new content coming in to make it as to obviously package it in 30 seconds so you can share it on your WhatsApp status as well. Yeah, all the meta statuses. I just want to add a piece there to say, if also, Nicholas, i- if you could also just have like sort of a standard in terms of the videos, right? The reels, a way in which you can package them so that they, they have, they continue that uniformity, right, that you have, because you already have like the type of font you use, the the background of the wording is standard. You've got story time, so that's really beautiful. Now imagine if you had to come on, so actually not even, but so now if you had to come onto the reels and see that, and then you know that, okay, this is story time with this lady, or story time with, you know, this group or family, right? So it becomes um it becomes like a, let me just share the screen again, just to show you what I'm looking at. um so I'm looking at the reels, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is a beautiful intro, right? To have. So when we have this all everywhere, then there's uniformity. The only difference with, because I can see you already have some form of uniformity there. So when we have this, we just have like, so it's different to the next, and people know that this is a different one. Then it would be maybe the mom's, family or something like that. But just so that it has a certain standardized look, right? That runs across everywhere. And
Yeah.
then you can have the video after the front page, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
I
you
guess
use, yes, sorry.
yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yes. Are you curating them on Canva?
No.
Is it CapCut or
Yes, CapCut and sometimes um Premiere Pro.
oh, okay, okay, perfect. All right. Do uh, do explore Canva. Can I just go through it
Yeah,
for
Canva
a
for videos.
moment? Yes, can I just go through it for a moment with you so I can just show
Okay.
you what you can do, right?
All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna open up Canva now. Josephine, before we get into Canva, I just wanted to check if so far if everything has sort of resonated, because we're almost wrapping up. We're just going into like post creation at the moment.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm really loving this, and I'm happy you brought up certain mistakes up. For example, the LinkedIn. It never crossed to
Mm,
my mind that the language we are speaking there is not speaking no more of corporate, speaking of our corporate packages, and then
mm.
and also, yes, it's resonating with what we want to achieve. It is. And then the induction, for instance, these are little mistakes that can affect sign-ups and all that. So I'm happy you brought our attention to it. Thank you.
Thank you. And you're right. They're just very minor, and only because, as well, you know, we want to provide great service. There's also a price to it. So if the price has to be what it is, that means the value now has to really come across, um, and be understood, so that the price is no longer a factor. You know, and then just to e- e- because now the price is higher, I would say that now that you've brought the corporates to, the team's attention, to focus more on that so that the business can be sustained, um and you know that the ladies are not essentially taking the, yeah, then it means that even the type of ladies that can join, we would have to realize that it would be a certain caliber of ladies, right? Because now the price is higher. It's not just any lady that we're speaking to anymore. So um, we have to be conscious about even the type of um, lady we're talking to, or the type of profession mom, so it has to be someone that is having consistent, um, let's say, disposable income, right? Or source of income, let me say, because someone that is is financially worried, is not really at that point, right? And it's not even about the offering. It's not about, because then you start thinking, okay, are we offering? And it's not even about the offering. It's just where that person is financially. So I would even go as far as having partnerships with these businesses, these corporates, so that the amounts are subsidized. So by the time you have a lady that maybe is sitting in remote areas, then we can be able to accommodate them, because now they, that half price is not only for month one, it can be sustained, because you've got powered by women dot company, you know. So there's a lot of impact that can be driven through corporate, and those type of partnerships, even if it's not them just taking their employees in it, even it, I'm not sure if Ghana has that, but here in South Africa, corporate has to have a budget to give to developing businesses, you know, even CSI budgets for communities, you know. So those are budgets that can be tapped into, and then that can bring in, you know, a huge pool of ladies that can then be subsidized, and all they're paying is maybe like a 60% or even under 50%. So yeah, that's something that I'll just recommend, even getting to the point of having sponsorship, because um this is about wellness, and that's very important for every business to have people that are working for them in the right mental state, you know, because healthy living, I mean, it is in what you eat, taking care of yourself, you know, and also more than anything, having that community, you know, because some people are lonely out there and this may be their way of actually just knowing that they have ladies around, or they have support, you know, because that's why you've named it a family. It's not just a group, you know, of ladies. It brings in a sense of belonging. So, yeah, that's just what I would add there. If in terms of strategy, just to have an arm where sponsorship is a possibility beyond just direct business. If that's something that can be done in Ghana.
Yes,
As
yes,
in a
yes.
budget. Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Thanks
let me
for raising.
share.
Thank you, thank you. Everything said, well noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Josephine. So, Nick, wait, why am I not able to? Wait, am I sharing already, right? Oh no, it's not showing. Let me go
It's not
again.
sure.
It's not showing. Okay. Now, okay, there we go. All right. So, I'm starting on this page so that you can just see how we navigate to the reels. So you can just go like, okay, Instagram reel, right? They have a lot of templates as well, that could really be helpful in terms of drawing inspiration, just so that you're not really starting from a blank canvas. So we usually start from a blank canvas, although like some aspects are just so beautiful. I mean, like look at how you there's a reel where you've got three different videos in it that I saw earlier. This could just be another format, different ways, right? So I just want to, let's search for, um, let's see. Okay, so Just want to see if there's health here. Closer to, no, what this one is doing in health. But there's something here. Okay.
I think when you search for fitness, you get more.
For fitness, there's this, these also. Let me just check because it's the way that they've categorized them as well. But let's go with this one as an example. But it's just more to show how we can use Canva to essentially create that the theme across. So here, so obviously the first one would be what you've done, and then making sure that it's about a specific group, right? So let's say mom family, said nursing mom family, something like that. Obviously, you would choose your fonts, your colors. Um, so you would choose what you want there, and then now you've got also well, this is actually a video, so you've got a video that you can add there. Let me just go to videos, set fitness. I just want to say lady, also add some African flair there. Okay, so we can just maybe take this. Okay, so now even just the tips, right? Because remember we communicating value. So how to be a healthier nursing mom, maybe let's say, and then to join the family at the end. So we can have, let me just do this, duplicate that, and then we can. So how to be a healthier nursing mom, something like that. Obviously, you would choose a suitable image, I mean video, and you already have lots of content, so it'll be taken from something that you already have. And then just to always have the logo on like you do there. So let me just drop a logo. Okay. And then we've got, I think this is quite big. Okay, so without having to go into too much editing, right? Okay, obviously we don't want to cover her face up. Let me just bring it down a bit. And then this one would then, so this would be the cover, obviously not this long because it's just for us to have an intro. And then we talk about the tips, right? Because some of this is now what you teach, but without having to give away too much, you can give some healthy tips that you already give in the groups, right, to the ladies. So I'm just going to say healthy tip number one, right? Um, here, and then add more content. It could also be story time with Cindy, let's say, right? And she's giving her tip based on her story, right? So then it would be her video in this, right? Here they've got two different videos in here. We can have that. You can also even have some text space, right? So let me actually do this. You can even have some text space over here, right? So, and add Cindy's tips, right? Let me just go here. Mm, let's go with this because it's more like an action plan, and then have the content listed below. I just want to position that to the back so with, and then you'll have your info, right? So when it comes to the content, this is essentially like the value that we giving, because everything sort of that we've communicated, it's either what we um, what we do, or stories from other ladies. So now we bring in more of like how we assist into the content so that someone can have a sneak peek at the type of value they will be receiving once they join. So this is why this post would then be very helpful, because the type of feeling that we want to leave is that, okay, I've learned something here, or I feel like I want to be part of this, whether it's from a story or just, oh, actually I didn't know I could do that, just some form of we giving, and then once in a while we can come and say, here's a special, and then make a post about the special that we have. So, and then have it close off. So even if we can have three, right, and then have it close off. So I'm just going to use this one because we had um yeah, now we can close off with the call to action. Join family, or join the family, right? And then you'll have your happy moms. Let's say, I'm just gonna see if maybe we can have a group there. Yeah, this looks like a nice, lovely, happy lady. And yeah, let me say, let's see if we can get a bunch of ladies. No, oh, this one is lovely. So, okay, just wanna. It means this one is not really dropped in, but you're already using a pro tool, so if that works better, then it's cool. I just thought to show you so that it's also something that's quick for you to get done, yet you can still standardize your look, because once you have a way in which you communicate, then you know that, okay, all you're changing is the wording, but the standard is the same, the beginning and the end is the same, and then what changes is the middle content, which is different info, different lady you're talking about, or different group family you're talking about, right? So yeah, essentially that's what I wanted to communicate. And also just to make sure that you always have your logo throughout the video. So whether it's the symbol, just want to check something, yeah, whether it's because yeah, you do have a beautiful symbol of the U. Well, in between T and U, you've got the beautiful symbol. So it doesn't have to be the full TNU. It could be just that symbol of that healthy person all around. So we would usually use this in our posts, like at the corner there, just so that there's always an identity. So if someone is taking a screenshot, you always have your brand identity there. If it's not the logo, then it's always a symbol, right? So yeah, something like to that effect. But yeah, without, like I said, editing too much, it's really more about having a standardized look and you not having to start from scratch to also have the different forms. So you'll also get to see that, there's really a whole lot. You can also keep it simple. You can make it, you can curate a lot of videos in one as well. So yeah, um, I trust like this has been um for some form of um assistance. Nicholas.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Happiness. So, any questions before we close off the session? Lucy, you've been very quiet, almost just not existing. We great to hear your voice.
Oh,
Hi,
it's
hi.
been good. It's been a good session. I've been following. I don't have any questions. It's just been an eye opener to a lot of things. I use Canva a lot, but I didn't even know about some
Ah,
of the real thing you were teaching. So it's quite good.
thank you, Lucy. Good to hear from you. Um,
Hi,
yeah,
I wanted to ask a
yes,
question.
sure,
Um,
sure, yes.
would you advise we put our price list out there, for example, on our IG, or would you say that we should let that be um, kept to us? Once the clients reach out, then we give them the price. What would you suggest, please?
So I would put the price. I mean, if you so if it's about should the price be out there, or
Hmm.
private, the price can be
Yes,
out there. I think it's
yes.
it's it's important for people to know that there is a price, and uh, just upfront they can make decisions. You also want it to be easier for you. So it that, although I wouldn't just put a price list out there like that unless you communicating maybe the specials, or um yeah, like there's something that maybe you're saying, okay, it's the beginning of the year, these are new prices or something like that, but essentially for a reason. But ideally you want to attach the price to the communication of the service. So each each service would then at the end have its pricing. So once
Okay.
once the site is up though, that's really where you want to lead everyone with that's where the price is, just to find out on in a normal instance, is the website an e-commerce? Are they able to pay on the website?
No, you need to be engaged before. There's a link you can click on to get access to us to make inquiries, but you can't do e-commerce or do payment on the website.
Okay, it would be easier because it's subscription based to sign up with a payment gateway so that it's easier for them to also I'm not sure if, like, so right currently everyone has to make a manual payment.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it would be easier because it's subscription based for the website to be an e-commerce, and then the payment gateway have the ability to do subscriptions. So that when someone signs on, because it's a virtual service, it's not physical. This is how business is done, and it's done online. You want to make it a smooth process as possible because we're looking at the perfect scenario. The perfect scenario is someone finds you online, they see the post, right? They love what they see, they want to join, so they see the caption says for more details click here. It takes them to the site. When they get to the site, there's a subscribe button somewhere around there. They click on subscribe, they put their details in, their card, and they've joined. And now they get communication from you from WhatsApp or email, and they're then part of the community. So that's the perfect scenario, right? And we need to create an environment for the perfect scenario, which means making online payments very much seamless. And now they can just forget about it, and every month money just comes off their account without having to consciously make a decision every single month to make a payment, which may assist in terms of retention. It should assist with retention, because someone is not looking at the bills while they're making payment. They can actually it's just automatic, like how hosting is. It's just some, okay, let me say some, because we still do our hosting manually. But essentially most of the websites, it's just an automatic billing, and you forget about it, and it's just every month, like a gym subscription. I think gym subscriptions are actually automatically going off um people's accounts, and that's how it should be with with us, right? It should just be as automatic as like going to the gym.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, are you all good? I keep saying say. Um,
Hi. Yes,
you
please.
finally had the session.
Yeah, I've been following. It's really good. I've learned a lot. I mean, we knew some, but it has brought a lot of enlightenment. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, do you do for personal people? Let's say if you have a private account and you'd want to support with that, would you help the person like how you've done with us?
Yes, for a personal brand.
Yes, yes, a personal brand.
Yes, yes. We actually have a platform that we're about to launch now, and we've included personal brands in it. So it's a sales platform where brands can sell their products and services. And we also understood that because not every business is registered, right? And not not all businesses are like a team. So you could just be an individual, although you're not, like, you essentially have a brand, like artists, for example. They are a perfect example of how they're in between business and personal services type. So we understood that personal brands actually, we would have to factor in, because yeah, like if you're not registered, and because we're in the township, we for township, like it's an informal economy. It then caters for actually an individual, as long as they want to sell something. There should be a brand, and building a brand is such an asset, because once you've built the brand, then the business essentially, or the brand, sells itself. So there's a point where um the business, or like the brand, just attracts people, because you've created such an asset, and that's the whole point. Then that's when we build generational wealth. Right? So yes, the short answer, yes. Sorry to go
Oh,
over.
okay. That's very good. That's very good. All right, then. That's fine.
All right, Nicholas, all good on your side?
Yes, please.
Okay, I've got all your links now. Thank you. I'll be following all the pages and checking out the progress, especially on LinkedIn. Thank you,
Sure.
everyone. Have a lovely afternoon. And rest of and a lovely weekend. It's a Friday.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.